everybody, welcome back to another episode of Starsnipe Survival. Today we're returning, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and today we have been raided. As you guys are seeing here, we came back to a little bit of our base being raided. If you guys recall, just last episode, we went on a little bit of a raid ourselves, and we still kind of owe these fellers over here. So raiders, see, the fact that you guys were waiting here and watching as our base got raided and you did nothing. I thought this 200 reputation here made us friends. Listen, I wanted to reward you for your hard efforts, and Mr. Raider, I know this floppy disk, it means a lot to me, and I would like to give it to you. Psych! You get nothing! Oh, thought I could get away with it so easily. Guess what? Come at me, bro! Alright? So, the Raiders are now going to be a little bit on the salty side. Kind of like the Great Salt Lake, except probably 10 times saltier. So salty that, if you guys look over here, we're raiding a guy named Player. Interesting. But in about 2 hours, they will appear at our base, and it's a gang of Raiders. Raiders can break your walls and steal things from chests. You have to strengthen your house and place traps in order to protect yourselves from attacks. And guess what? We are going to be getting our revenge on these dinguses over here, because, you know, I was a little upset that they didn't even, you know, send me a text, you know, send me like a messenger raven or something to let me know that I was being raided. I just came home to my base being raided. We also do have that revenge raid going on, and obviously we did not give this floppy disk away, so we're gonna go and cash this bad boy in today and collect some of the goods. But first things first, I do want to kind of raider-proof our base and make sure that we can have a good time with it. And the way that that's going to happen is there's a very specific way that you can kind of lure the raiders in once they appear. Because if you guys do not know, they will appear full set of SWAT armor, VSSs, and medkits. And they like to use those medkits, but with the help of a grenade launcher, which we will be bringing out for this, and a nicely structured little trap like this one right here, they will be going for this chest over here. I should maybe move this generator just in case it somehow gets in the way. I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and boop. Hello, can I not put this generator anywhere? Come on, I just want to put it next to the plant. I want to power the plant, god dang it. All right, well, I gotta move this thing. And with the generator, oh my god, where can I put this thing? Hello, excuse me, can I put this generator anywhere? Bruh. There we go. Finally, I could put the dang thing down. But long story short, we're going to be setting a trap for these raiders, and we are going to try to steal their VSSs. If all goes well, we will be able to trap all three of them, kill them methodically, brutally, and collect 3 relatively full durability VSSs. That is going to be a huge win. So the way that we're going to do that is by leaving this open and an exposed chest. Maybe, I don't know, I'll give them a saw blade mace too to really lure them in with my marvelous, to be fair, this is a pretty marvelous saw blade mace, 60 damage and active skill mod. It's to lure them in. Once they enter that area, we're going to lock them in and, well, kill them. That is about the moral of the story. But then we just want to make sure, since our base was raided, there is quite a little bit of damage that did occur to it, and we want to make sure to fortify our base in the way that we often do fortify our base, and the way that I always recommend that you guys do fortify your base as well is with a wooden honeycomb. You might be like, Star, what do bees have to do with this? Well, bees always have to do with things because bees are freaking glorious. All hail Buzzkill Esports, by the way. And we're gonna go ahead and do this little honeycomb strategy, because this is gonna be amazing not just for the current raiders that we need to deal with, but this is also going to be amazing just for like whenever you get raided as well, because it's a lot cheaper to build all these like level 1 walls than upgrade them to like level 2 or freaking build up stone walls and stuff. And these are going to be pretty effective at protecting your stuff, because for every honeycomb, which is this kind of like little 1x1 for the most part, that you do create, that's going to be a potential area that the raiders are going to want to get into. And if you have enough of these areas, they'll pretty much never be able to get into your good stuff, and you don't really need to worry about like your good walls being broken into. Now, to be fair, I have had some mishaps here, as you may or may not be able to see, but for the most part, they have not gotten into my chest rooms, and that is what matters. So we're going to go ahead and continue tossing these, make sure that this wall especially is protected, because this is probably the closest to being exposed our goods are. And then we're going to go ahead and continue getting all of these fortifications, and we are out of wood for now. There is still this very wide open area up in the north that I think the zombies did something to, which is why we got to go and kill the witch, because the witch and the horde she sends at us is very annoying for trying to keep our honeycomb up. But it's okay, I'll go murder the witch. She's about due for a murder sometime soon. But with everything set up, the only chest that is exposed is this one right here, meaning that the raiders should theoretically prioritize getting that chest, because the raiders, when they come, they are going to want chests. Now, I do need to make sure that we have a little bit of wood when they do appear, so I'll make sure that that happens. But then when they do appear, they will enter into that room. We will trap them, and with the help of this Milkor grenade launcher over here, and we're also going to make sure to go ahead and take out a little bit of a VSS out of commission, or into commission, I should say, as well, because long story short, starvation! Oh, dear God, no. Long story short, if we play our cards right, we should be able to utilize this VSS and shoot them about once or twice to soften them up, because there's this sweet spot that you want to get them down to. Once they get down to about 50 or 40 health, they will heal. But at that point, the only weapon capable of killing them is going to be a grenade or a grenade launcher as well, either or, just for the sake of, you know, easiness and literally just shooting it through this window. Once we do lock them in, we're going to be utilizing the grenade launcher, so this is kind of setting the stage for all that's going to happen. We also have all of our hatchets and whatnot for that raid that we have lined up for a little bit later today, and, well, we still got this floppy disk we got to go ahead and turn in, but for now, we are going to peacefully wait, and also really quickly, I do want to go in and put some weapon parts into this, because we have been working on some M16 modifications. I know. But with that put away and cashed in, we now are pretty much prepared for what is going to happen with these raiders. So now we will patiently wait and try to get a little bit of sneak attack on them, trap them in here, take them down, collect their marvelous loot. Because, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't looted up a VSS in a while. The raids have not been treating us well, and I need my VSS fix, okay? My lootaholicness is not being satisfied. So raiders, unfortunately, are gonna be our guinea pigs to try and satisfy that, and then maybe today's floppy disk will also get us a little bit of stuff. Who knows? We will find out. But for now, we will patiently get to waiting and talking to y'all in just 1 second. With the timer ticking down, we are merely seconds away from the enemies arriving at our base. And in 3, 2, 1, they are here. That symbol disappears and they are within our base. That means as soon as we enter, things are going to get feisty. So without further ado, this is the moment of truth. If we play our cards right, we're gonna be walking out of here with some glorious things. So let's just hope that nothing too awful happens to us. If we go into build mode, we should be able to see them spawn in here in a little bit. They haven't spawned. There they are. They're going and they are looting. Oh, they're shooting my turrets. The turrets did nothing to you, raiders. Why must you do this? I'm gonna go ahead and try to soften this dude up a little bit though, and at some point what are you guys going for right now? What you going for, mates? It appears that they are going for my campfires. God dang it, stay away from the campfires. We need them to, at some point, make their way into there, which they should. And when that happens, we are going to lock them in. Don't break my other campfires, you douche canoe. I gotta fix those. That ain't cheap. Cost some rock. Oh my God, it's on fire. They have literally set my stuff on fire. And then they should be entering into there. Come on, get in there. They're not getting in there. Come on, boys, enter on in. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and trap them right there. Can I try to get a shot? Ow. Okay, well, those raiders are shooting me. I'm gonna go ahead and heal right here, and then Granata. Oh no, hold on. Here's what we gotta do. We're gonna get a Granata off on this guy, right? Granata. And then that guy's almost dead. He's gonna run away. No, come back, Mr. Raider. Come back, please. You don't want to go nowhere. No. And it appears that one of them have escaped our grasp, but at the very least, we do have victim numero uno over here. And shortly, is this guy really talking? Thought you could get away with this so easy. Hey guys, I found something. You are dead, my guy. You can't talk right now. And this guy looks like he's about to square up with my plant. So let me just go ahead and get a little bit of Granata up in him. And there are now 2 raiders and a talking dead raider up in here as well. Let's loot these guys up. And here we are seeing the goods that they have. And from this, we are going to be walking out with some very good stuff. Let's go ahead and open up this doorway right here, and you guys are going to see why this is a pretty viable strategy, but a bit of a tricky one to execute properly. And let me go ahead and toss those things back in our freaking campfire. But a little bit tricky, because I think what we need is a slightly bigger, like, trap area here, because they wait right outside. Like, I think if we had a 2x3, maybe if I make the opening right there and try to expand this, like, giant little area that we trapped them in to be like a 2x3 and move that chest over there, maybe it'll work, because right now they are almost all able to get trapped in there. But dude, what is going on? How is this happening? How is my campfire working when it's not even working? Why are you on? What are you cooking, game? I am so bamboozled right now, but I mean, so be it. I'll toss some stuff in there and I'll put this charcoal to use as well. But hey, at least we're walking out of here with a couple of brand spanking new, not brand spanking, this one's brand spanking new, but a couple of VSSs, and that is why this is probably one of the best tactics you can do if you have one of two things. You need a grenade launcher or a grenade. I don't think the 8K grenade attachment does enough damage. I think that one only does 100 if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, what you need to do is get them down below 60 health, and then you got to hit them with the grenade launcher or with the granata, and then they will meet their untimely fate as they have met with us. And we get two pretty much brand spanking new sets of SWAT armor, one brand new VSS from the guy who doesn't even try to fend us off, and then some slightly used VSSs from the guys who do try to shoot us whenever we do get close, and who shoot our turrets, those freaking douche canoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the beginning of our loot-tastic start of today away, and then we're gonna go turn in this floppy disk and try to get ourselves some more good loot on top of this, because dude, there might be more VSSs, maybe more grenade launchers awaiting us, because I mean, grenade launchers aren't cheap, but in this case, the trade, 2 grenades for 2 VSSs, I'll take that, man. Always happy to take that trade. And with these pretty pristine VSSs being added to our stockpile of pretty much my 2 favorite weapons, Scars and VSSs, mucho bueno. Let me go ahead and I'll move one of these flare guns. I don't know why I moved the wood. I'll move one of these flare guns over to one of our other chests here that should have some room somewhere. And on top of that, make sure that our very valuable grenade launcher and other VSS that we were using throughout. And dude, let me just say, speaking of VSSs, I love our freaking VSS combination, by the way, because in case you guys did not see, we have pretty much all of the best mods possible for that bad boy, and that makes for some very fun times. But let's go ahead and use the rest of that wood that we had to trap them in to go ahead and create a little bit of some defenses out here. Most effective wall in the universe? No, but it's a work in progress. I'll fill it in a little bit later on, because now we got a pretty full of emptiness inventory to go and see what this floppy disk has in store for us. And hopefully it's an infected box, because I can never complain about those bad boys and what they have in store for us. But I'm seriously happy with what the Raiders had in store for us, and I do want to do that Raider stuff more, but it's just a little bit difficult because unfortunately, as you guys saw, you need to be able to time it perfectly. You need to be online exactly 2 hours after you anger the Raiders, because like if you wait longer, it'll just be like you're coming back to a normal raid, you know, to your base being raided, and they will not leave footsteps behind either. They're absolutely brutal. You need to be able to actively fend your base off, but if you do it right, the VSSs and marvelous treasures are going to be yours, and we need to perfect our strategy a little bit so we can have the proper room to trap all 3 of them into, so none of them can escape, and we can get 3 mostly, if not totally full VSSs, 3 sets of SWAT armor, and medkits as well, because I think medkits are included if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, let's go and enter today's code. By the way, today's bunker code is going to be 91729 if that's out of date by the time you are trying to put it in. Make sure to check that comment section down below for an up-to-date version brought to you by the fan-freaking-tastic community here at the Snipe Gang. And if you're not seeing that down below, you can be a fan-freaking-tastic lad lassie to toss it down there and be a fan-freaking-tastic help to anyone who might be in need of that marvelous sequence of numbers and spread a little bit of that positivity everyone's way. And hello, we will clear out the bunker later. For now, we have priorities. This terminal, I put little floppy disk in. Beep boop pop, call me Hacker McGee. We have acquired coordinates. These coordinates will likely bring us much happiness and 2 C4 for today's raid, which is very good that we are going to be able to re-up on our C4 a little bit. All hail the floppy disks, honestly. My favorite. If we could get some C4 out of this, which is pretty much guaranteed, and like a grenade launcher, dude, I don't know if it's possible, but if we could get a grenade launcher and a scar out of this, oh, baby, I will be in heaven. But speaking of today's strategies and today's Raider shenanigans that we did have going on, I would love to hear from you guys in that comment section down below if, okay, that's on the way. We might make a pit stop over to the airdrop. It's literally right on the way. There's no point in not doing it. But I would love to hear from you guys in that comment section down below regarding, is this, you know, some Raider shenanigans that you yourselves are doing? Because again, it is possible to do this with grenades. This isn't like some kind of super high-end strategy that you necessarily need a grenade launcher for. The grenade launcher makes it much easier, especially because you can like toss grenades through the, or it's a little bit hard to sometimes toss grenades through the windows, right? They like sometimes they like hit the bottom of the window or the top of the window, whereas the grenade launcher shoots straight through the window. so it is a little bit on the easier side in that portion, but this is totally viable and possible with grenades, which are definitely, you know, not an end game thing. They are possible. Hello, wow, like what I'm seeing over there. But they're pretty possible to get at most stages of the game, especially if you're opening up any locked boxes and you have any level of the burglar skill. Like, there are tons of opportunities, and I'm gonna go ahead and activate that roll skill and maybe get a little bit of, I'll get the self-healing. Why not? Get that for some shenanigans and giggles. But it is a strategy that is possible with grenades, and with that in mind, like, you don't need to use the VSS either. I just use the VSS because it's really nice, because 2 shots on an enemy and they will be perfectly 1 explosion away, 1 grenade or grenade launcher explosion away from guaranteed death. So it's just really handy if you have the VSS, but you can also do that damage with any weapon that can bring them down below that 60 health. So knowing all this information, is this something that you guys are actually doing? Is this something that you guys are trying? Because once you trap them in that little, like, cage, in that wooden cage, they're not that scary. Like, you should be able to take care of them, and it's a little bit risky, and it's definitely spooky to have raiders at your base, but if you play your cards right, which is not the most impossible thing in the world to do, the rewards will be very, very plentiful. So let me know if that's something that you guys are doing, if that's something that you guys have tried to do in the past, or maybe now that you guys know some of the information from today, if it's something you might try to do moving forward, because it's definitely viable. You just need to make sure that you are online exactly 2 hours after you anger the raiders. You don't necessarily need to tease them with the floppy disk. We just did that to make them extra angry because, why not? But yeah, definitely let me know in that comment section down below. And speaking of raider shenanigans and all the amazing loot that comes with, and speaking of loot, we got a nice little airdrop over here that we got to go ahead and sink our teeth into. I'd love to hear maybe just in general how you guys' just loot shenanigans have been going. Any good luck opening up any of the crates at the bunker, at the police station, maybe some floppy disks, and getting some really good stuff within. Or, I mean, another thing we're doing today is, of course, going on that raid. Maybe for those of y'all that are in the raiding stages of the game, have you guys had any good raids to report? Any fan-freaking-tastic or good luck coming your way? I would absolutely love to hear in that comment section down below. And a reminder that that comment is going to put you 1/3 of the way into the Wiki $12 at your such Play Store gift card giveaway. Let's freaking go! And this loot is going to put me in my happy place, because of that, I'm always happy to get my hands on a more rare item, and that definitely qualifies as being a bit more on the rare side. Definitely try to get ourselves some of these more expensive materials, and this other stuff, I will likely, actually, I'll just leave some of this slightly poopier stuff behind and grab some of these slightly more valuable stuff. Also, try to put this gas up in our chopper in case that needs that. But, yeah, that comment is going to put you 1/3 of the way into the Wiki $12 at your Play Store gift card giveaway. All you gotta do as well is make sure that like button, make sure to subscribe, that will enter you in on today's video. Y'all can go ahead and enter in on every single Last Day on Earth video. When Saturday rolls around, we'll pick a random video for the past week, pick a random comment from that random video, and that will be what up for the week. And we'll kick off a new weekly giveaway that exact same Saturday as well, so make sure you stay tuned with that notification bell to stay up to date with every single video. Y'all can enter in on for that weekly giveaway, not to mention all the other dope survival games going up on the channel as well. In case you guys have not given them a look, definitely give them a look, because if there's a game that you haven't seen yet, there's very much a great chance that some of these series we're playing on the channel you guys will absolutely love. I love Last Day on Earth, I love survival, and a lot of these games totally fit in that mold, so definitely give them a chance if you have not already. You might find a series you very much so enjoy, or maybe even a game you want to start playing. And let's not forget that notification bell is a great way to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth information. As soon as any type of new info does come out about the game, about Last Day on Earth, about future updates, we're making sure you guys are in the loop and spreading it to your guys' eyes and ears absolutely ASAP. Not to mention, connect that information with other information already out there to give us the clearest look at the future of Last Day on Earth and what to expect in those future updates. And after a short magical break of total editing varieties, welcome to my now empty inventory. Welcome to my now bloodthirsty chopper with plenty of hatchets, C4, and let's not forget we got all of these hatchets as well that we gotta go and get a little bit of revenge with. So without further ado, it's time for the final leg, and oftentimes my favorite leg of the video, making our way towards the base raid that awaits us today. And hey, hopefully we'll anger some more raiders. Hopefully more of them will show up at my base, and hopefully I can steal more of their VSSs, because these raiders, let me just say, they are very, very rich and well-off lads and lassies, but nothing a little bit of wood can't take care of and make their richness our richness, and make their life into their death. It's just a beautiful cycle of life, you know, and the beautiful cycle of loot. But all right, into player's base we go. Let's see what we have on our hands today. And like we were saying, that notification bell is a great way to stay up to date. Also, with all the latest and greatest of the updates coming out with Last Day on Earth, as soon as any type of new update does come out, we are covering it ASAP and showing off every, hello, this is an interesting chopper, a single little thing that update does have to offer. New locations, new enemies, new anything, you name it. If there's something new in the game, we are showing it off and making sure that you guys are aware of that newness, making sure that you guys know exactly how that newness works, best ways of getting that newness, defeating new areas, finding new enemies, doing all that type of jazz, and just overall having a fan-freaking-tastic time the entire time. And ooh, this is an interesting little base here. Yo, you see this? Why is that chest partially open? Yo, what, mate? Am I going crazy right now? I want to break into that room. I don't even care if there's nothing in that room. What? I have never seen that before. That chest is literally partially open. I'm gonna use one of my 2 C4s, so I don't know if this is gonna be worth it, but I hope so. Do you guys see this chest? What? I don't want the limestone. I want to put my high explosives down. These are 2 entirely different things. Bada bing, bada boom. Yo, what? I've never seen this before. I am... What? Why are all of these chests open? I have so many questions. Oh, please excuse me. Well, I saw you in half, my good floater bloater, sir. Yeah, what? I have never seen this happen before. Why are his chests open? I also cannot... I gotta break his rock. Okay. Why does this make so much noise? Okay, well, there's nothing in here. Okay, never mind. There's my aluminum. Dude, why did that make so much noise, breaking a stupid rock? I don't know, but... Dude, what? I am so confused. Why are they open already? I have genuinely never seen this happen before. Like, I am so bamboozled right now. Why does this raid have entirely open chests? Has anyone else ever encountered this? Because if so, definitely let me know in that comment section down below. Because I am just 50 shades of freaking bamboozled right now. Like, what is going on, mate? I want to get to the bottom of this. And I want to get to the bottom of these chests. I don't get why I gotta chop them open. The dang things are open. They do not require more choppery. Like, come on now, bruh. Come on, cuz. What's this all about? Like, the loot better be extra. There's, like, nothing in here. Like, this base confuses me. I am 50 shades of bamboozle right now. Let's see what this has within it. This will probably summon, by the way, that horde that we got to prepare for. So let's get our saw blade mace wombo combo there. Nothing in there. Does this base even have anything? Or is this base like 100% glitched with like no loot besides the loot that we're getting back and a bunch of open chests? Like, did someone beat us to this raid? Has this raid been raided before we got here? Is this the raiders getting their revenge for me killing them? Dude, what is happening right now? Like, I am so confused right now. What in darnation? Hold on, I gotta saw some dudes in half over here and yeet, give you a little bit of that buzzsaw action in there as well, my friend. And the big boys I could take care of with the saw blade mace because this is a big hitter type of weapon and that's exactly what I save it for. But these dudes right here, no worry, I'll give you a little bit of that automated saw blade mace. Oh, I love setting that head sky high. I don't get how it goes sky high though. Shouldn't there be like a roof on this technically? Setting his head through the roof, man. That's how crazy we talking about. Yeah, though. These trunks still have nothing, and I am still incredibly confused right now. Okay, there's our gun back. That is the only thing that these trunks are having. Like, what? Will the small chests have something at least? This is the strangest base raid of my life. Like, does this have something? Okay. Has something, not exactly a lot, but it's a beginning. I'll take that over nothing. Let's go and take these zombies down, y'all. Hit that guy with a little bit of that saw blade mace action. Make sure that we are prepared to heal here. Und just one moment. Hit him with the slow-mo so we can deal with these guys one at a time. Because that slow-mo is really nice at being able to get separation between the two enemies that are running up on us. And as we continue dealing with that, with these guys, like I was saying, the awesome thing on the channel as well, and why that notification bell is super dope, is because whenever a new update does come out, such as that basement update, which is incredibly close on the horizon from some of the stuff that we went over in just yesterday's video, It is incredibly close, and we're going to be covering it from a variety of perspectives. We're going to be covering it from the perspective, see ya later, of this very insane lootaholic known as Starsnipe, and then our other account that we play on as well, and we have a series going on, our Starsnipe free-to-play account, which is a bit more on the beginner side, and we can, that's the awesome thing that we have multiple series going on, is that we can check out these updates from a variety of perspectives and really see, you know, like, the different ways that they affect like different types of accounts and different types of players, which I think is really cool. And let's go. I think this chest is really cool as well. Although partial durability, not a fan of that, but still, man, someone like beat us to this raid or something. That is the only logical explanation for why all of these chests are A, already open, and B, having like almost nothing inside of them. Like, yeah, what, mate? I might, like, I don't really know what I want to grab from this base. Actually, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be drinking that drink, maybe spreading a little bit of vitamin P. Not by choice, this base deserves no vitamin P, may I add. But there is some gas that we could steal. And hopefully, did we use up a little bit of gas? Yeah, we used up a little bit of gas to get here too. If we play our cards right, we should be able to siphon quite a little bit of this stuff. Not all of it. I do wish I had some more water right now. We can go ahead and I will be able to get a good amount of this, actually. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be a little bit left over, unfortunately, but check it out. We pretty much got all that fuel we used to get to this raid. I left it in this chopper. Herp-a-derp. Sorry about that. We got all that fuel we used to get to this raid, and we're pretty much getting a refund. It's tax refund season, baby. Raid style. Oh, I'll take that to the bank. And I don't know, we don't really have any more water, so we'll be taking 8 water bottles for now. Put that away. This is a revenge raid, so it doesn't really matter what we put in our chopper. Otherwise, I would want to put our most valuable stuff we raided, because then the raiders would be like, hey, give me a share of that, and I'll be like, no. But they don't know what you take and put in your chopper, which is the nice thing. But yeah, there's a little bit of gas left over. That's alright, so be it. And there's no more water bottles. We'll be fine. I don't need every little bit of gas. And oh, it's vitamin B time. Here you go, buddy. Where can I spread? There you go. I'll spread it on the bodies. This base doesn't get a drop of vitamin P. But these zombies, thank you for a fun time today. And oh, I need a shower. Ah, you know what that is? No. Well, yes, kind of. That's the smell of Papa Star. But also, the smell of victory. And that is a smell that I like to hear. Smell. Not hear. And celebratory booze! And with that, I think that's gonna wrap it up. And our hiccups. Fold this raid over here because there's literally nothing else really for us to grab. Like, I don't know, unless I want to break a couch, but nah, I don't even deserve a broken couch, bro. Like someone probably already looted the dang couch. The couch cushion should probably be up and stuff, because I'm just bamboozled. How does that happen, man? I've never seen that before, but, yeah. With that said and with that done, that's going to start wrapping it up for this episode of Last Day on Earth Survival. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching. This was an awesome one. I'll talk to you next one. See ya.